DS has sold fewer number 4s in its best year than BMW sells one series in a slow month. So when I tell you the Jules Verne edition I found on the Graz Motor Show floor has one of the most considered interiors in this price range, I understand your skepticism. I had the same reaction. Then I opened the door. The DS number 4 E-Tense in Perla Schwarz sits low and wide on the Graz Motor Show floor, and the first thing that earns a second look is the front grille. DS took the light signature from the E-Tense Performance concept car and stretched it from bumper edge to bumper edge, converging toward an illuminated DS logo at the center. The bonnet has been extended by 12 mm over the old DS4 to cover the top of that wider grille, and the result is a face that finally looks like it belongs to its own brand rather than a Peugeot wearing different clothes. The 19-inch Lima alloy wheels on the Jules Verne edition carry gold center caps with a compass motif, a detail you only notice when you crouch beside the car. At 4,400 mm long and 1,870 mm wide, the proportions read closer to a low crossover than a traditional hatchback. I went looking for the cheap bits on the bodywork, and the only place I found them was the lower rear bumper plastic, which I stopped thinking about within 10 seconds. The front cabin is where this car makes its argument. The Jules Verne edition wraps the dashboard and door cards in Alcantara, split between eternal blue on the seats and pearl on the upper surfaces. The pearl section of the dashboard carries a laser-engraved compass rose, referencing the navigation instruments from around the world in 80 days, and I'll be honest, I expected it to feel like a marketing exercise. It does not. The engraving is subtle enough that you notice it as texture before you read it as a design, and it changes how the entire dashboard registers. Below it, a 10-inch touchscreen runs DS Iris, with ChatGPT integrated into the voice system. The 10.25-inch digital instrument cluster behind the steering wheel is borrowed from the DS number 8 flagship, and it is clear, responsive, and the right size. Electric front seats are standard on this specification, and the satin chrome door sill trims carry Jules Verne's actual signature alongside an orientation dial. On a few surfaces lower in the cabin, cheaper Stellantis switchgear reminds you where the platform comes from. I noticed it. I kept returning to the compass rose instead. The rear cabin is where the DS number 4 stops pretending to be a premium sedan. The sloping roofline compresses headroom enough that anyone above 180 centimeters, roughly 5'11", will feel their hair touching the headliner. Legroom behind an average height driver is adequate, but not generous. The center seat is raised and narrow, and the optional electric sunroof on this car reduces the available headroom further. 2 adults will manage shorter journeys comfortably. 3 adults will negotiate. The door cards still carry soft-touch materials, and the Alcantara extends to the rear, which is more than a Cupra Born offers, but the space itself asks for compromise. The boot of the DS number 4 E-Tense holds 390 liters, around 13.8 cubic feet, with underfloor storage for the charging cable. Fold the 60-40 split rear seats, and that expands to 1,240 liters. The load lip sits higher than I would like, which makes sliding heavier items more effort than it should be. For context, the hybrid version offers 430 liters because it does not carry the battery floor, and the plug-in hybrid drops to 360. The 58.3 kWh battery delivers up to 449 kilometers of WLTP range, around 279 miles, through a single front-mounted motor producing 213 horsepower and 343 Nm. DC charging peaks at 120 kilowatts, putting 20 to 80% in approximately 30 minutes. A heat pump is standard on the Jules Verne specification, which matters for real-world winter range across Central Europe. This car listed at €51,670 on the Graz Motor Show sticker before options. A Cupra Born with comparable range costs roughly $15,000 less. A Peugeot E308 on the same Stellantis platform costs around $10,000 less. Neither of those cars has this interior. Neither has the 8-year DS Serenity warranty. Neither has the Compass Rose or the Alcantara or the light signature that makes strangers stop and look twice on a motor show floor. The DS number 4 Jules Verne is not the rational choice. The question is whether rational is the only thing that matters to you. After spending time inside this car, I'm less sure it should be. If you're finding this helpful, hit subscribe. I cover European Motor Show walkarounds and EV reviews every week. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, hit that like button and subscribe for more content just like this. Leave a comment below with your thoughts or questions. I read every single one. And don't forget to click the bell icon to get notified about my next upload. See you in the next video.